Norse in Wonderland, when nothing's as it seems. Norse in Wonderland, the truth will haunt your dreams. Norse in Wonderland, when nothing's as it seems. Norse in Wonderland, the truth will haunt your dreams.
In part 1, we looked at the footage. In part 2, we dismantled the Patsy story. But part 3, this is where we ask the only question that matters. What are they setting the stage for? They keep saying these are random tragedies. Sure, and my toddler stacking Legos is random too, unless you realize he's building a tower taller than the dog. Apparently society is just one big coincidence machine now. Assassinations, refugee murders, nothing to see here, folks. Just like when your phone dies the second you really need directions. Totally natural. And the official narrative? It's basically improv night at a comedy club, except nobody's laughing and the punchlines come with body counts. Charlie Kirk was assassinated in front of students. A Ukrainian refugee stabbed to death on public transportation. Two events, different headlines, but both framed as random, isolated tragedies. And yet, both act as theater. Shockwaves rippling through society. Both are designed to trigger fear, division, and submission. Violence not just as crime, but as programming. Kirk's assassination reinforces the story. Right-wing voices are targets. The refugee murder reinforces another story. Young white women, or potentially immigrants, aren't safe here. Society is fracturing. Each side of the spectrum is handed its trauma, carefully packaged to fuel fear and rage. And the result? Polarization deepens, the classic PSYOP equation. Problem plus reaction equals engineered demand for control. MKUltra wasn't just about drugging individuals. It was about controlling perception, shaping reality through trauma. These events aren't only about the people who died. They're about the audience, about us. Images looped on screens, headlines repeated until they're etched into the collected nervous system. Trauma as a tool of mass programming. Kind of like what happened today, many years ago. So, what's the end game? What's the script they're rehearsing into existence? Maybe it's tighter domestic surveillance for your safety. Maybe it's speech crackdowns to stop radicalization. Maybe it's gun restrictions, justified by the irony of Kirk being shot while answering a gun violence question. Maybe it's racial tension, stoked by pairing political violence with immigrant violence. The specifics are flexible. The outcome isn't. Fear primes us to accept the solution before it's ever even offered. And that solution always means more control, less freedom. But assassinations aren't just about the shot. They're about the exit plan. While the media zoomed in on George Zinn being cuffed and paraded around, something else was happening just 5 miles away at Provo Regional Airport. A private jet, tail number N888KG, reportedly took off about an hour after the shooting. 30 minutes into the flight, it dropped off ADS-B tracking. That's a transponder system that makes planes visible on radar. Here's the problem. Going dark mid-flight isn't just unusual, it's illegal unless specifically cleared. And then, about an hour later, the jet reappears, heading right back to Provo. Now let's separate signal from noise. What we can confirm. The plane is real, registered to N88KG LLC out of Lehigh, Utah. A 2013 Bombardier private jet listed in the FAA database. What's circulating? The timeline. Take off an hour after the assassination, transponder off for 30 minutes, reappearing inbound later. That comes from flight trackers and viral posts, not official sources yet. But that doesn't make it invalid. So ask yourself this. If the timing holds, what are the odds? The assassination, the patsy, the questions as cues. And then, a private jet slipping off radar from an airport 5 miles away? That's not coincidence. That's choreography. That's logistics. Why are these events surfacing together so close in time and with such symbolic timing? What narratives are they programming us to adopt, and what policies will those narratives justify? How do shock events silence dissent more effectively than laws ever could? And why does a private jet registered in Utah suddenly look like the cleanest part of the script? History doesn't just repeat, it scripts. And if we don't decode the stage directions, We become the actors they've cast for us. We live in the gap between what's seen and what's said. I stand rooted in truth, courage, and protection of the innocent. I choose awareness over ignorance. I speak what must be spoken, even when the world is silent. And if anything ever happens to me, it's more than a convenient accident. I didn't do it to myself. I'm happy, healthy, and cautious.
Chasing the rabbit, down we must go. Where does it end? Nobody knows. Hurry up now, we're running out of time. You better keep up or get left behind. Norse in Wonderland.